Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Miasin and welcome to my Ancient Warriors deck profile. So this deck was actually requested by a friend of mine. It's Duelian TV. He actually has a YouTube channel of his own. He actually makes unboxing videos, giveaways, really good ones, by the way. Definitely go check him out. The link will be in the description box below. And yeah, he basically just pushed me to make his deck. He was like, yo, I think it's a really good deck. And I was like, I actually agree. I really like the Link monster, the Xuanglong. I think it's just one of the best Link monsters ever created in this game, honestly. When you actually read, if this card is Link Summon, you can add one blah 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 card from your deck to your hand. You already know it's really good. And on top of that, it actually has another effect, which is interruptive. And it's just a Link 2. You only need 2 monsters to summon it. And this deck is quite good at spamming the board, so definitely beautiful. But anyways, just before we start, just a friendly reminder to like and subscribe because it motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these. And yeah, let's just get to it. So I'm playing one ambitious no, I'm not. I won't even try. My Chinese is not too good. Outside of ni hao, I can't really talk for shit. So yeah. Anyways, really good card. Basically, the effect is kind of similar to Goyo Guardian. It's literally almost kind of this. It's basically the same thing as old school Goyo Guardian. And when if a card your opponent controls is destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can special summon it from your hand by sending any other face-up card, other card, from your hand or field to the grave. And then also, while you control another Ancient Warrior monsters, a lot of cards actually have this condition. It actually gains another effect where I think this card cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects. Some of them, they cannot, they protect the others from being destroyed by battle, and some of them, they stop themselves from being, targetable by attacks. And I believe this guy, the semi-Pankratops slash Cyber Dragon, it actually just prevents your other Ancient Warriors from being targeted by card effects. So that's actually really, really sick, honestly. It just, sometimes you can actually have a full board with other, with cards with just, multiple conditions, and then, all of your board is just untargetable, indestructible. Yeah, it's actually kind of sick. Imagine just, 5 Cosmo Dark Destroyers on the field. Absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, this is a good card, but just one is enough. You can easily special summon it either with 3 visits or with its own summoning condition, so it's not too bad. But it is a brick if you play multiples. Zhuang Yuan, kind of the same principle. You can special summon it from your hand when your Ancient Warrior monsters battle, but I mean, you don't really need this effect too often. I mean, it's really good protection for your Xuanglong because you can actually search it. So it does have really weak effect, only attack only 1600. So obviously they were going to try to normal summon a weak monster, battle, jump over it, and then you can just reveal Zhuang Yuan, and actually they their monster dies, and then since one of their cards was destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can destroy another card on their field. All of that is just basically going to happen during the damage steps. So Zhuang Yuan, just actually really terrifying. But one is enough. Once again, just ambitious something. Zhang Dei and Guan Yun. So this is the Cyber Dragon, and this is the Great Shogun Shin. I think it's basically the best way to summarize it, because if you control 2 or more Ancient Warrior monsters, you can special summon it, and it does have another effect. So if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, which is kind of hard to trigger because you already this is the 3rd monster on your field, right? Unless you use the 2 other monsters for a Link Summon or something, then you're gonna have 2 monsters, but your opponent at least has to control 3 or 4 monsters for you to use this effect. It's going to be able to declare 2 attacks. So on monsters only, though, not just 2 attacks in general. So you can't just go clear your whole entire opponent's board and then attack twice directly. That would have been degenerate, because then it would have had 32 with the Link 2, so 64 directly and then 16 for allied generals. That would have been instant game, but nah, you can't always have everything. And the Cyber Dragon card it's good. It's basically, unfortunately, it's not really a Cyber Dragon because it is an activated effect in the hand and it is once per turn. Basically, both of those guys, their summoning conditions are once per turn. This is why I'm not playing 3 of them, only 2, and not 1, because I think they are quite good. You do want to draw them, since most of the time you want to search them. And this is a going second deck, so it is completely fine to play 2 of a card that is only good going second. But basically, you can special summon it if your opponent controls a monster, so that's why I said it's basically a Cyber Dragon. And then if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, so once again the same condition as Zhang Dei, you can target 1 monster on their field and destroy it. So really sick as well. It's just, it basically, like, puts a lot of pressure on your opponent. And you can also just jump over stuff, bait, like, not even, like, force the negates, so that's actually sick. I mean, it's harder, like, Pankratops is better at doing this, but still. 3 Sun Mu, this card is actually insane. It doesn't search on the summon, but it does something even better. So every single turn, you can actually just send any card from your hand or field to the grave, and then add an Ancient Warrior monster from your deck. Actually, Zuchkang is actually insane because if it is added from your deck to your hand by the effect of an Ancient Warrior card, you can actually instantly special summon it. Sorry, so really good synergy there, and you can also search Zhangde. Like, basically, it's like a search that also sometimes just looks like a special summon from deck, and the cost is just like very tiny if you're sending a Tenki, so that's why it's like kind of a pseudo 1-card combo, but yeah. And also it has another really relevant effect, on top of having 1800 attack, by the way. That's a lot for just a level 4 monster with literally no drawbacks, no bad effects. But basically, when you activate an Ancient Warrior monster effect during either player's turn except during the damage type, I believe, you can bounce back a monster your opponent controls. So very similar to Shuanglong. It actually does synergize well with Shuanglong. It basically allows you to have double bounce during your opponent's turn, so yeah. But you can also use the bounce effect during your own turn, so that's why you can easily clear multiple monsters on the field. So Lu Juan, this is 100% unusable going first, but going second, if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, once again, it's like the 3rd time we see this on an Ancient Warrior monster, and yeah, don't wonder why I'm playing this as a going second deck. It's always if your opponent controls a monster, if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, blah 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 blah. But yeah, if your opponent controls more monsters than you do, you can, just like Sun Mu, send any card from your hand or field to the grave, special summon an Ancient Warrior monster from your deck. And also, when an attack is involved, like when an attack is declared involving an Ancient Warrior monster on the field, you can draw 1 card. So even if you actually do get attacked, on the attack declaration, you're going to draw 1 card. So the difference between if your monster battles and if your monster and if an attack is declared involving your card is just the timing. So the attack is declared is just attack declaration, and then battles is during the damage step. So this can get ashed, but who cares? If your opponent ashes a draw 1, like during like battle phase, he's really dumb. So yeah. Zhu Gong, good card, but definitely super bricky. It only has synergy with Tenki, and 3 visits, not really. I mean, I guess southeast wind, but who cares? It's part of a combo though, and it does have like another effect where it can negate like the effect of a monster your opponent controls, but that's really bad, honestly. Like, Sun Mu is just infinitely better. This is why this is only a 1-of, it's not a starter, it's just an extender, in a way, so yeah. Zuchkang, this is a huge brick, actually. This is the only brick in the deck. You never, ever want to draw it, literally. Except if you already have access to 3 visits, but the issue with this card is that you want to search it, because it's kind of like a Blackwing's, the Zephyr, not the... It's like the wind, like the level 3 guy from like Shining Darkness. It was an ultra rare. If you like search it from your deck to your hand, you can special summon it. This is like the same thing. It's just like it's only special summonable from your hand with its own summoning condition when you search it. So yeah, drawing it is bad. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the Ancient Warrior monsters. Only 15. You don't need too many. It's really easy to kill your opponent without even using your extra deck. Like just showing how powerful this deck is. But yeah, 1 Pankratops fits quite well with the with the theme of the deck, I want to say. Like, you already have some built-in Pankratops, which is cool. 3 Ash, 3 Extravagance. This, I'm really back and forth on this. I might actually just cut it. You don't actually need to play Extravagance in this deck, which is sick. You can play 1 Upstart Double Desires, and then play just more copies of, like, the Ancient Warriors that you really can't afford to, like, banish. Or you can just play, like, I don't know, Hand Traps or Called by the Grave. That definitely does work as well. But yeah, no, Pot of Extravagance, I'm just testing it out still, because none of the cards in the extra deck are that useful except Exciton and Shuanglong. Exciton is good because under Dark Ruler, you can use, there's basically so many 1-card combos that allow you to just nuke the entire board, so even if you can't do too much, you can still at least break a full board. A lot of decks that play Dark Ruler still can't do something like that, so, or they can, but they don't play Exciton, but yeah, that's why, like, you kind of gotta play, like, multiple copies of a bunch of, like, cards, but yeah, whatever. Dark Ruler, basically I already explained it. It's a going second deck, and the going second card that is really powerful in a going second deck makes just a lot of sense. So yeah, Monster Reborn. This card was actually just so good with me in testing. Actually revived back a couple of Dragoons, because this deck can actually out Dragoons. It's not that hard, to be honest. You do have quite a few cards, and I was playing Forbidden Drop before, so it was even easier. But now it's whatever. It's not that bad. So yeah. This, I don't know why EDO Pro Ignis doesn't want to show this card, but it is Fire Formation Tensu. So basically, it's like it's the cousin of Tenki. So it doesn't have the same effect, but basically it's like a continuous double summon. So just once per turn, you can get an additional like normal summon of a Beast Warrior. That's it. It's not too great. I might just cut it, but it is a continuous spell. So that's like one of the main reasons why I'm playing it, but it's not too great. Three visits, of course. 3 Tenki. Obviously, you could kind of play Barrage with a Zodiac package, but that's just extremely bad. It makes absolutely zero sense because there's only one Barrage. If Barrage was a 3, then you could actually argue maybe play like 2 or 3 Zodiac monsters. That would actually make quite a lot of sense. Like 2 or 3 Thoroughblades. Yeah, definitely logical. Anyway, Southeast Wind, this card is just not too great. It's good going second once again, but going first, I mean, it literally just doesn't do anything. But going second, it allows you to push through boards. It baits at least 1 negate. So you can, like, if this card is sent to the grave, your opponent can no longer, like, activate cards or effect in response to the activation of your Ancient Warrior monsters' effects. I believe it's just Ancient Warrior effect monsters. So yeah, and not just like it doesn't protect the spells and traps, but also your Ancient Warrior monsters that you control. Whenever they declare an attack, you get to pop 1 card on the field without targeting. So that's actually really insane. Well, 1 card your opponent controls without targeting. That's sick though. Yeah, 3 Infinite and 3 Evenly. It's once again going second deck, kind of logical. For the extra deck, I'm gonna go real quick because there's nothing to explain. Most of this is just a meme, honestly, except for the 3 Shuanglong. Like, this actually comes up, and Bahamut Toad and a couple of rank 4s, but 2 Bahamut Shark. Just didn't want to banish 1 and then lose. But I mean, if you banish Toad, then Bahamut is just like irrelevant anyways. So maybe I'm gonna just cut it to 1. Honestly, it's just, yeah, I don't know. Tiger King. I mean, it sets Tenki, but it's not too great. I don't know why I'm playing it. I'm just like, what are the good rank 4s that you can play in a Beast Warrior deck? I know there's Bujinte Kagetsuchi, but like you don't play Bujin Hiroko, so I don't care. Yeah, no, just you don't need Tiger King. The Tornado Dragon, I mean, obviously much better than Phoenix, since, you know, Phoenix is just, it's a Link 2 that discards, Tornado is a rank 4, and you get to use the effect twice, and as a quick effect, so much better. Baguska, of course, very logical. 2 Exciton already explained. Dweller, I mean, why not? And especially since the Dweller can actually gain 500 attacks, so that's actually super adorable. Anomalocaris and Toad. I mean, Anomalocaris just doesn't come up at all, like, ever. It's just, if I banish Toad, then I'm like, might as well just make Bahamut, but no. I could just make Dweller at this point, so should probably cut the Anomalocaris and Bahamut Shark for just more copies of the good rank 4s. Maybe a second Dweller, maybe a second Tornado or Baguska, and then like cut the Tiger King for something else. I mean, cut the second Daruma doll. That's also useless because, yeah, I mean, if I have 2 Beast Warriors, I might as well just make Shuanglong. Why would I make Daruma doll? It's just, the effect is good, don't get me wrong, it's really good. It's just, outside of like extravagance, I don't see a reason why I would desperately need to play multiple copies of this, and even then, I just don't really care too much. So yeah, Shuanglong actually, like, 3 copies is just really needed, because if you banish 1, then you only have 2 left, and 2 comes up most of the time in a game. So 2 is like actually crucial. This is why I said extravagance is not needed. So yeah, anyways, that's it for the main deck and extra deck. Let's just go for the idea section real quick. So a third Cyber Dragon-esque Ancient Warrior, it's Guan Yuan. I'm really bad at names. I can't even pronounce my own name. It's literally that sad. So yeah, Galaxy Cyclone. I mean, this is cool because you can actually just send it from your hand with like Sunmu, Luajuan, whatever, and then basically, like, during your opponent's, like, during the next turn, not during your opponent's turn, I wish, you can actually pop a card again, and yeah, I mean, if you play 1 in the main deck, it's cool because you can actually just not deck out to Mystic Mine, but who cares? Mind Control, I mean, if this card was a 3, it would have been infinitely better because on top of like breaking boards, it's actually fuel for your Ancient Warrior cards as well. But yeah, being at 1 just makes it a bit sketchy. It's still really good though. Like, I mean, Penkratops is at 1, it's still insane, so you can actually definitely do play Mind Control in this. And this is why I actually included in the idea section, but yeah. Anyways, Cyclone, I have no idea what this is here. Literally has nothing to do with the deck. Forbidden Drop, absolutely ridiculous if you're going second, and even if you're forced to go first, it's still like a negate. It's a Forbidden Chalice with an expensive cost, but still. And then the trap that actually sucks. I really hate most of the Ancient Warrior spells and traps. Like, outside of 3 visits and like 1 Southeast Wind, just everything is trash. Like, literally complete garbage, but yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much all I had to showcase for this deck profile. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel and also to Duelian TV's channel. Once again, the link will be in the description box below. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. So go check it out. I am lost in words, but anyways, that is pretty much all I had to say. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.